Noel, Noel, Nerlens, Noel.
Do the Kings need his shot blocking presence today? How's that? Noel,
I think I'm
Noel.
gonna give you singing lessons, even though I don't know like how to properly give them.
Well, let's get back to this. League sources who are granted anonymity, okay, so they could speak freely. This is serious trade talks, all right? Off the record. They have told The Athletic that the Pistons are looking to move the veteran big man, Nerlens Noel. Both sides have agreed that a deal is best for both parties. And Detroit has already had talks with rival teams about Noel. Portland, Miami, Dallas, and Sacramento have been the most engaged when it comes to acquiring the 28-year-old Nerlens Noel. He's not really playing at all for the Pistons, had some flashes with the Knicks. He's bounced around the league a bit. It's no surprise that the four teams interested in him are teams that maybe need some more help up front. Portland, Sacramento, Miami, and Dallas, who desperately need some help up front. Nerlens Noel has a team option for his contract next year of around $9.6 million. So, yeah, I'm not against it. You try to figure out, all right, where does he fit in there? Is he just take Metu's minutes? Obviously, he's not going to stretch the floor, but he could set a screen. He could block some shots. Solid.
Yeah, it's tough, Deuce, because he's definitely a big guy who is definitely on the slimmer side, but I think is good at using his size, can be a rim protector. But what's that look like in an offense next to Domantas Sabonis? Or are you just
He's not playing next to Sabonis.
ever playing
No,
next
I
to
just can't imagine that. I mean,
Neither
obviously,
can I. Okay.
yeah,
Neither can
no,
I.
I mean, I think you have to be realistic. At the most minutes he ever played, you'd have to go back to his first years in the league. But since he's kind of bounced around, remember, he's been in Philly, Dallas, Oklahoma City, the Knicks, and Pistons. I mean, he was playing like 22, 24 minutes a night.
Yep.
This year, he's playing 10. And it's obviously a team that's not really headed anywhere at the moment, right? They're more thinking about the
16.
future. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's 15, 20 minutes a night. I mean, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't move the needle a lot. You wouldn't have to give up a ton to get him. It's fine.
Yeah. And no, and I'm like trying not to be picky because like
No.
I'm looking back even on his
Morgan wants more of a splash, huh?
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's interesting when we were talking about Hartenstein the other day, just his girth, his size made
Girth.
more sense to me coming off the bench. Like where Nerlens Noel, and I guess Hartenstein can even stretch the floor a little bit more. Noel, I was looking back at his last season, 2021 season, when he had 64 games that he played, even just to give us more of a sample size. And it's like, you're talking like 5 points, whatever, but looking at his blocks, averaging 2 blocks per game. So sure, if he could really add that rim protection, because you look how it went down, but he also has played less games in these last 2 seasons.
I think he'll do what he needs to do, which is come in, try to protect the rim, and get some rebounds. And that's something you do need on this roster. I mean, it's been rough, when your backup situation, one, they, for whatever reason, don't feel comfortable playing Alex Len. He's got size, but they don't play him. Rashawn Holmes is completely out of the rotation. I mean, he came in tonight, but I mean, I think tonight told you everything. The first big off the bench when Sabonis was in foul trouble was Neemias Queta, their guy on a 2-way contract, who, like, not shitting on him at all, but like that just Rashawn Holmes makes $12 million a year. Neemias Queta was playing a game in Stockton last week. So that kind of tells you where Rashawn is in the pecking order. I mean, he ends up coming in late in this game tonight and plays, what, 6 minutes? Yeah, so it's tough. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with Noel. I mean, they're gonna be active, and I'm curious to see what they end up doing. But there's a long ways to go before that. December 15th is always a date people get excited about, as I mentioned, but it's not like there's an influx of deals on December 15th. Also,
Yeah.
people in the chat keep mentioning talking about girth. Insane Cookie says girth. Hee hee. Gregory says I heart girth. Adam says it's all about the girth, and says the Kings need girth. And Stephen Brown says girth gets the job done.
Why is girth such a funny word? But it's true when we talk about some body sizes for these guys. God, it just sounds so weird. But you all sickos know what I'm talking about. And it's let's act our age, okay, people. But seriously, it's why when I look at Rashawn Holmes and why they went to Kada first in the situation that they went in tonight. Even with Holmes, it's someone you're more on the slender side, right? And so I just when I look at what the Kings are possibly trying to add, and what they need to change, it is that girth, because if it's not going to be Alex Len and it's not going to be Rashawn Holmes, but you want something with the in between that can still be in your motion offense and succeed, yeah, you got to find girth plus that.
Well, I think Noel would be a solid pickup if they were able to swing it. If he's available, that's someone that I think those are the type of moves you look for too, is like, okay, someone who's maybe not playing because it's a team looking at lottery balls, could you take advantage of that? And it's someone that, again, is not under some crazy long-term deal. You would not have to give up a ton to get him. So definitely something to keep an eye on. And compared to the trade rumors we read the other night, seems a little more realistic than the ones we were reading.
Yeah. Yeah.